It only takes 3 seconds of your audio to steal your identity.
Let's get started with the details.
We're always thinking about what the future sounds like. Is it flying cars? Is it robots? Well, guess what? It's not some far-off science fiction concept anymore. The ability to create, to clone, and to perfectly mimic any human voice is already here, and it's moving at a pace that is just staggering. So let's really dig into what this means for all of us. And when I say it's here, I'm not kidding. Let's just start with this bombshell. Someone can clone your voice in 3 seconds, for free. Let that sink in for a minute. This isn't a maybe, it's a reality. 3 seconds of your audio is literally all it takes for tools that are widely available and often free to create a perfect digital copy of your voice. Now hold on, before we jump to the scary stuff, you have to understand why this technology even exists. At its heart, it's a tool of unbelievable creative potential. It was designed to build worlds, to tell incredible stories, and to break down all kinds of barriers. And the things you can do with it, it's just mind-boggling. Think about it. You can create amazing narration for an audiobook, super persuasive voices for ads, or completely unique characters for video games. You can even clone your own voice for your projects. Or, get this, you can create a totally brand new voice just by typing out a description. Insane, right? And this isn't just an English-speaking thing either. The scale we're talking about here is enormous. This tech works in over 70 languages: Mandarin, Spanish, Hindi, you name it. It's making content creation a truly global thing, accessible in ways we never ever thought possible. And you should know, this isn't some fringe technology being built in a garage somewhere. No way. This is a serious professional tool that's being picked up by some of the biggest names in the business. And just look at how mainstream this has become. We're talking about the Walt Disney Studios, Meta, NVIDIA, Epic Games. The list just keeps going. These are companies you know, companies you probably trust, and they're weaving this AI into everything from their marketing to customer service. So why are they all using it? Simple. The quality is absolutely astonishing. This AI can now generate speech that's so controllable, so consistent, and so freakishly lifelike that most of the time you literally cannot distinguish it from an actual human being speaking. But this is where our story takes a very sharp, very dark turn. Because that word, indistinguishable, it's a real double-edged sword. When you can no longer tell the difference between what's real and what's fake, that incredible perfection, it can become a weapon. So let's just go back to those trusted brands for a second. What if that voice you heard on an ad wasn't from them at all? What if that voice on the phone, the one that sounds exactly like your boss or your mom or your kid, what if it isn't real? And here's the brutal truth from security researchers. The very things that make this tech so amazing, how good it is, how cheap it is, how easy it is to use, are the exact same things that make it so incredibly dangerous. It puts a powerful tool for deception into pretty much anyone's hands. You see, for years, the race was on. There was only one goal: perfection. Make the AI sound, look, and feel as human as possible. But in that huge rush, almost nobody stopped to ask, hey, what happens when we actually succeed? What happens when we can no longer trust our own eyes and ears? And let me be clear, this is not some theoretical problem we might face in the future. Oh no, it is happening right now, and the consequences are being measured in billions of dollars. The numbers, frankly, are chilling. Security firms are all over this. In just a single report, they documented over 1,500 verified incidents where deepfake audio or video was used for malicious attacks. And these aren't just failed attempts. These are confirmed successful attacks. And the financial damage, it's just staggering. From those attacks alone, the total fraud added up to more than $1.2 billion. Think about that. Scammers are using cloned voices of CEOs to get employees to authorize massive fraudulent wire transfers. They're tricking people into giving away fortunes. So who's the target here? Well, everyone. It's the CEOs of huge corporations, sure, but it's also civilians in war zones being hit with fake news and propaganda. It's your neighbor getting a scam call from a voice that sounds exactly like their grandchild crying for help. And yep, it could easily be you.
But the story doesn't end there with the bad guys winning. A whole industry is now fighting back in this kind of hidden digital arms race. For every new way someone invents to create a fake, a new defense is being built to stop it. This is a battle for reality itself, and it's happening all around us.
The good guys operate on a pretty simple principle. If you build a tool powerful enough to fake reality, you have an ethical duty to also build a tool that can spot that fake. It's this constant escalating cycle of creation and detection. So how in the world do you catch a perfect fake? Well, to fight back, the responsible companies are embedding a kind of invisible, unbreakable watermark into their AI audio right from the start. Think of it like a hidden signature that travels with the file. Special scanners can then use it to verify if it's real and sniff out the fakes with pretty incredible accuracy, even fakes made by brand new tools they've never seen before.
But take a closer look at these numbers. Yeah, the detection rates are high. Some are getting close to 97%, but they're not 100%. And that's the whole point of this arms race. For every improvement in detection, the tools making the fakes get a little bit smarter, a little more subtle. It's a fight that might never, ever truly be over.
So all of this, the incredible creative power, the terrifying hidden dangers, and this invisible tech war, it leaves us all facing a totally new, fundamental question about the world we live in. Seriously, just think about that for a second. For all of human history, our senses have been the main tools we use to understand what's real. So what happens when one of those senses, like your hearing, can be so easily and perfectly tricked? What do you use as your source of truth then? So the big takeaway here is pretty clear. We've officially crossed a line. The technology to create a completely convincing lie is powerful, it's easy to get, and it's everywhere. And the technology to protect the truth? Well, it's in a never-ending race just to keep up.
This is just one of the crazy, world-changing technologies that are popping up every single day. If you want to really understand the forces that are reshaping our reality, make sure you subscribe. We'll be right here to break it all down for you.